Okay. Fourth time's the charm, not the perk. Long story short, Season of the Splicer, there's Transmog shit I don't want to talk about, and then Guardian Games. New season, like, the entire point of this video is that, like, the Destiny community just tires me with, like, this weird cycle of just consume product, get upset, pitchforks up, next product comes out, pitchforks down, consume product, and then rinse and repeat until fucking the game's over, right? It's like for instance, I like Vex. I'm a big Vex fanboy. I'm a lore fucking, like, not a fanatic, but I like the lore a lot. I know my friends, they'll tell you I don't stop talking about this fucking game or lore. Pretty sure they want to kill themselves at this point. Don't blame them. But the main point is, okay, I guess talk about Transmog first. Yeah, this goes like the Transmog. My issue with this community, which I'm a part of, is like, maybe it's a vocal minority, maybe it's a vocal majority. I don't know. All I know is that it annoys me that I see certain content creators, certain people that will complain about problems, but then they will objectively make it worse by doing said thing or doing, like, for instance, ornaments. If you want to spend $100 on fucking emotes and shit, I don't care, right? That's your money. My only issue is when you want to spend said money and then complain, saying, why is Eververse this? Why is Eververse that? Because you're giving them money and you're going to take the money. The Dado video was pretty well done because that's exactly what I've been saying for years. It doesn't matter if there's, like, people like me who will never spend money on the Eververse store. Again, the only time I've ever bought silver was to get these season passes, and I only bought Season of the Chosen and Season of the Hunt. Obviously, I bought Season of the Hunt for Hawk Moon. I bought Season of the Chosen for the bow and for Dead Man's Tale. I'll show you right here, so you know I'm full of shit. Again, if you buy silver and you buy ornaments and you're happy, I don't care. That's good. I don't have an issue is with people who will buy the ornaments, who will buy all this crap, and then complain about Eververse. You are part of the problem. People do not have self-control. If we had self-control, the Eververse would not be like this. That's the honest truth. Again, watch Dado's video. That is literally, I do not want to parrot him, but he said what I've been saying for years. There's more people that do not have self-control and who want to buy shit than people who maybe, like, again, buy one ornament or buy two, like, or be like me and only buy season passes. Like, it feels like a losing battle, right? Because it doesn't matter how well disciplined you are, does it? Because if some person wants to go ham, that's whatever, right? Again, so I'm very annoyed with certain content creators that will complain about Eververse, but yet they'll be the first person to buy the new ornament for Dead Man's Tale, or the first person to buy the ornament for X, Y, and Z, or the new finishers or whatever. And it's like, okay, whatever. You're really complaining about a problem you're helping contribute to, whatever. All right, now Season the Splicer. I have an issue because the same people that are hyped and foaming at the mouth are the same commenters, the same YouTubers that I will see in a month make a video saying this sucks and Bungie sucks and the game's dead and oh my god, X, Y, and Z. Because people seem to keep forgetting this is a season. And again, with seasons, there is little to no content. There is a weekly story content. If this was an expansion, I would be like, oh, I can understand it, but this is a season, which means we're going to be forced to play the six-man activity for fucking a million times, right? And we're going to have a weekly storyline that's going to end, and is only going to be available to progress every fucking Tuesday. And now they are lowering the power level, like, so it's like, I think they said it's only going to be 10 instead of like 50 light levels, which is great, so you don't have to just get all the blues and just waste your time going through strikes and crucible to level up again. Well, you still are because you have the grand pinnacles. But here comes the problem. At the core, Destiny is strikes, crucible, gambit, right? Those are your core activities. There has been no new Crucible content for who the fuck knows how long at this point. Especially Gambit 2. Gambit hasn't gotten a new map in like 2 years, I'm pretty sure. And then strikes, you got the Glassway and the Proving Ground strike, so that's new. But long story short, I guarantee you, we're gonna have to go into these core activities to do something to fill out a quota for the seasonal activity or for an artifact that comes from the seasonal activity, right? That's how it always is, unless I change it up this season. So the fact that there's nothing new in those core activities is annoying because, again, the main issue people have is that, look, to play new content, we have to power level to old content. We have to play through old content to get our power level up to play new content. Now the level's being brought down, right? So now you can play the new content when it releases. But again, there's no replayability because you're gonna realize at a certain point you can do the you can do the menagerie like 100. Like, I like the menagerie, but after a certain point it's like, ugh. Like, unless the loot, like, the reason why the menagerie gets a pass for most people is that the target loot farming was like top, like S tier, great loot farming. But look at something like Proving Grounds where you have the hammer charges. It doesn't matter if I can focus farm this. I At some point you don't want to keep playing that activity over and over again. You want to do something different, right? So let's say the seasonal activity that happens with the seasonal activity next season. What do you have then? Like the weekly seasonal story mission, I guess, and then what? You got nothing, and then that's it. So for everyone who's like foaming at like, I just don't. Do they not realize it's the same shit every fucking 4 months? Like, I don't. Whatever. Uh, and then like the baby fallen thing, like this shit gets me fucking. I'm not upset. People are like, oh my god, baby fallen. Like I don't even care about that. I'm just finding it funny because like imagine if you showed them the Saint 14, probably headbutt them to oblivion or something. But it's like the same issue. Like, again, certain people in the community, certain prominent YouTubers, commentators, I've seen complain about Eververse are talking about, oh my god, I will fucking spend all my money on these baby fallen plushies. And sure, it could be a hyperbole, but you know they're gonna buy at least one, right? Like they're adamant. At least some of them are. I'm like, there you go, complaining about the problem, you're contributing to it. Okay, I guess, whatever. Um, and then garden games, hunters win. I mean, that was to be expected. I was wrong about last year though. I thought the hunters were gonna win last year. Although tinfoil hat me thinks that they're doing this shit. It's rigged. Think about it. So there can be like a story beat that connects to it. Because again, oh, hunters win, so we can tie in Crow or something, and you know, whatever. That's just conspiratorial, but whatever. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The entire point is that it's like it really is. It really is a cycle. Get hyped from the trailer, play the season a month in, realize there's nothing to do, and you're bored as shit. Complain about it. Bunch releases new trailer, get hyped, and then rinse and repeat until expand. You know what I mean? Also, with the expansion, I don't know if I don't think which one's coming out in September because Beyond Light was pushed back till November, and this season ends in August. So unless they could probably do one more season from like August to November, and then Witch Queen. Pretty sure that's what they're gonna do, unless they're gonna just release it after season of Splicer. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, I know, oh, you're already hating on it before it comes out. Like, oh, this could be like the next season of blah blah. Like, I don't know, man. I'm really just burned out on it. It's just like, what more could they do? Like, they're already bringing back more Destiny 1 weapons, like Hung Jury and all these other, like, I forgot the other two. I know one of them is the Omelon Sniper from Taken King. I remember that one. Um, and one of them is like a D1 fusion rifle from like year one D1. Like, it's like very vanilla. I don't remember it though. But again, people are like, oh my god, Hung Jury, all this. I'm like, dude, unless they give Hung Jury a new perk that's like on the level of Frenzy where it's that strong, or they buff the shit out of scout rifles, I don't care, because guess what? Hung Jury can be the exact same weapon it was from Destiny 1, but the current sandbox is all about damage. You look at Destiny 1, Vision of Confluence, Solar, Scout, full autos, and moment. Bring that shit to Destiny 2, that would be hot garbage in PvE, right? Or and Crucible, you could argue something else, but still, like, for the most part, Scouts suck. So I don't getting one from Destiny 1 again isn't gonna make me happy because it's gonna be in a shitty state. So why would I, even the adept, I don't like what adept mod would fix Scout rifles being shitty unless it adds like 100 damage or something. You know what I mean? Why am I on this? Fuck this. I don't want to be on that. That's not the right control shit. But yeah, I don't know. Every time, like, it's like how I feel about like E3. I used to be excited every time E3 came on. Now I'm just like, I can't even watch it. I know what disappointment's coming. I guess I'm more of a pessimist than an optimist. I like to be more realist, I guess. Like realist. At least I hope I am, but you know, I know I sound like a fucking pessimist, but whatever. Is it really being pessimistic if you know what's gonna happen? I mean, I could say this with a bright tone, maybe that'd make me a fucking optimist, who knows? But long story short, like it's just I don't know. This community confuses me. Like for the YouTubers, I can understand it's your fucking job, so you have to like new content. Why not be excited, right? Um, but to everyone else, it's just like everyone's a hypocrite at one point. I'm not, of course, I've said shit that I've gone back on, but well, like this community, it is so. Even the forum, dude, like they say switch their tunes so fast when they release a new trailer. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like people can change their minds, and that's not like I'm saying you can never change your mind. Like, oh man, you can never be happy for anything after just saying bad things about Bungie. Like it's like saying if I were to get hyped at a trailer for like an expansion or something, like, oh, we can't get excited because you kept talking about it. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, because these people get so adamantly like, oh, fuck Bungie and all this is garbage, and then the moment something new drops, you just switch their tune like a 180. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, if it happened like once, that's whatever. But like, this is a cycle every fucking since like forever, since the beginning of the game. And I used to be one of those suckers. Um, but like, yeah, Destiny 2 definitely opened my eyes up. Year 1 was horrible. Again, if Forsaken was not as good as it was, I would not be playing this game right now. I'm not even lying. This isn't like, oh, he's being driven. No, 100%. If Forsaken was garbage, like if it was like Beyond Light level or Shadowkeep level, I would not be fucking playing this game right now. 100%. So I guess they're lucky there because they did good, and that's why I'm like so overly negative, I guess, with Bungie and stuff because it's just been an active decline, like at least in the quality and the quantity of their content. And before you say, "Oh my God, Activision," you can't have it both ways. Activision can't be the big bad guy, but Activision can't be the reason why the game isn't doing well, right? Like that's not how that works. I know they're smaller technically, but this is still Bungie. They're literally talking about expanding their studio and having another part of the studio work on a different game. Like, come on, dude. Like, they have the resources for this shit. I don't want to hear that fucking excuse. Again, my issue is that it has been not like a steep decline. Like, oh my god, this is like really bad, but it's noticeable enough. Forsaken to Shadowkeep to Beyond Light. Stasis carried Beyond Light by far. That's the only reason to get Beyond Light. The story's like meh. It's not like garbage, like oh my god, but it's meh. Again, I'm annoyed that Aramis doesn't, unless like I'm surprised Aramis wasn't the final boss for the raid. Like that was, Tams coming back was like the most what the fuck, like not even in the good way. It's like he's dead, like he's been killed. I know he's like supposed to be immortal or some weird shit, right? But like, come on, we killed him once, then we killed him when he was Stevified, and then he killed him when he's a knight. Like, you really not Aramis? Like Atrax makes sense because she said go to the crypt and get the body, right? That's whatever. But Aramis, really? Like, I mean, Tanic, like, come on. And then Varix with his weird, like, some of the voice acting, like, the voice acting is, I hate the Proving Ground Strike because that weird voice act between Zavala and Keitel, it's like, ugh. Glycon's a lot better, though. The Prestige mission's a lot better. Dialogue between Osiris and Keitel. And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it also annoys me too because they're like little gems in there. Like, Prestige is a very good mission. I like that a lot. I don't like see, I can't even remember Harbinger. I don't even like Harbinger because I hate the Taken. But I mean, it's not even a bad mission necessarily. It's really cool. There's 3 different paths. So again, there's quality in that studio. It's just, it really annoys me though. It's not consistent. It's really not consistent. So I don't know. Again, that's why I'm always holding out. Like, will this season be the one where they get their shit together? Will this expansion be the one where they get their shit together? Because and again, I'm a hypocrite myself. I keep saying, oh, last chance, and yet here I am. What, 2 years from that one post about it was like the one last Destiny rant. 2 years later, here I am, still playing the fucking game. So I guess maybe I'm just this video's about myself. I'm complaining about myself. I complain about Destiny, yet I still play it, right? I don't know. It's just like I'm holding out for something, man. And I don't think Season Splicer is it. I don't, because what really, again, what's really making me like. Because you'd be like, oh, this could be the best thing ever. Well, again, it's a season, and that's why I'm worried. Because a season is padded out with busy work and shit that you have to do to get to the interesting stuff. Even the main expansions were like that. Beyond Light was like that too, and that really pissed me off because I hated Shadowkeep for that same reason. I want to do I don't want to do random fucking events just to get an armor piece so I can go to the main. That's stupid as hell. Beyond Light did the same thing. So what I'm trying to say is that everyone's a fucking hypocrite, and yeah, we're all a bunch of hypocrites. No, but again, main message really: if you enjoy the game, if you like to save the game, if you don't mind, if you like spending money on the game, that's good. That I have no problem. That's fine. But if you aren't happy with the state of the game and you're sick of Eververse and you're tired of Bungie not putting more effort into the cash shop instead of the game, but yet you continue to buy the ornaments and yet you continue to support their financial things by just let me just throw money here, then that's where I have an issue with people like that. Again, it is one thing to complain about the problem, it is another thing to become part of the problem. Anyways, that's it.